They thought they could bury me, but I was the seed they didn't see growing. The air in the office was thick with tension that Thursday night, but my pulse thrummed with a quiet fire. The regional president had just emerged from the conference room, his hand extended toward me. "Lila, you're the youngest woman ever promoted to Chief Strategy Officer in this company's history. Well done." His words landed like a thunderclap. I froze, half expecting a punchline, but then my team erupted in cheers, enveloping me in hugs. After 12 years of grinding, sacrificing weekends, missing anniversaries, logging 80-hour weeks while my brother Ethan coasted on charm and connections, I'd done it. I was 30, and I'd clawed my way to the top. I texted my mom first, *Mom, I got it. CSO. They chose me, *her reply was instant, *wow, Layla, amazing. But maybe Ethan should have had a shot? He's been struggling lately. So proud though, my stomach twisted. In our family, I was always the shadow cast by Ethan's failures, expected to step aside for his redemption. Still, I invited my parents to the company's celebratory dinner. They didn't show. Mom claimed Dad had a stomach bug, but I later learned they were at a yacht club event, toasting Ethan's new role as deputy coordinator at a friend's failing startup. Ethan showed up to my dinner, slouched at the bar, already half drunk. "She's just a tryhard," he muttered loudly enough for my colleagues to hear. "Always kissing up." When I got home, my parents were waiting in the den, faces grim. Dad clutched a folder, my CV. Ethan paced, eyes darting. "What's this?" I asked, dread pooling in my chest. Dad's voice was flat, "You're calling HR tomorrow to decline the promotion." I laughed, thinking it was absurd. "Ethan needs this more," he said. "You're single, no kids. You don't need the stress. He's struggling, Layla. You always get everything." My voice shook with fury. "I earned this." Dad's hand cracked across my cheek, sharp and stinging. Mom didn't move. "Don't push him, Lila," she said. "You know how he gets when Ethan's hurting." Ethan smirked. "It's just a title. You'll get another." I glared back. "No, Ethan. You'll never have this one. I'm done giving you my life." Upstairs, I locked my door and drafted a letter, not to resign from the company, but to cut ties with my family. At 30, I filed for legal emancipation, needing it on paper. Then I dug into something I'd ignored for years, my inheritance from my grandmother, which Dad always said was tied up in legalities. What I uncovered chilled me. The trust wasn't lost, it had been drained, used as collateral for Ethan's failed crypto venture 3 years ago, a loan in my name that he'd defaulted on. They'd stolen from me. Then came the final blow, an anonymous tip from a coworker in accounting. A leaked email chain showed Dad and Ethan plotting to undermine me, claiming I was unfit for leadership due to mental fragility. They wanted me out. I didn't break. Over a glass of bourbon, I stared into the mirror and whispered, "Game on." I skipped work the next day and met Claire Voss, a razor-sharp corporate lawyer. I laid it all bare, the slap, the stolen trust, the sabotage. Claire's eyes gleamed. "We'll dismantle their empire, piece by piece. First, we froze the trust account." Claire traced the paper trail. Ethan had taken 2 loans against my inheritance, with Dad's signature as trustee. It was fraud, plain and simple. They thought I'd never notice. Next, I gathered evidence, emails, financial records, voicemails. With Claire's guidance, I filed an internal ethics complaint, accusing them of misusing company resources and fabricating claims against a senior executive. An audit was triggered. Then I did the unthinkable. In a tailored black blazer, heels echoing like a countdown, I walked into the board meeting with a USB drive loaded with proof, Ethan's recorded rants about taking Lila's spot, Dad's emails strategizing my burnout. I played them all. The room was silent. "I'm not stepping down," I said. "But they should." The board voted immediately. Dad and Ethan were barred from the company, pending an ethics review. My hands trembled, not from fear, but from a fury finally unleashed. Claire and I filed a civil suit for fraud, breach of trust, and emotional damages. The media ate it up. CSO exposes family in $1.5 million trust scandal. Dad's name was scrubbed from industry circles. Ethan's startup collapsed when investors fled. Mom called, weeping. "How could you destroy us, Lila?" I replied, "You destroyed yourselves. I'm just cleaning up." Weeks later, Ethan showed up at my condo, gaunt and desperate. "I need help, Lila. A job. Anything." I didn't open the door. "You pushed me off my own path. Now walk yours." The lock clicked. At the next shareholder meeting, I dropped a bombshell. Using my recovered trust and a deal with silent investors, I'd bought 20% of the company's shares. My new title? President of Innovation and Inclusion. This company let favoritism nearly ruin its future, I told the room. Never again. The applause was deafening. Months later, I transformed the role. I launched a mentorship program for women in leadership, funded by my dividends, the same money Dad funneled to Ethan's flop. Profits rose 12%. Turnover plummeted. They called me Lila Kane, not Ethan's sister. Meanwhile, my family unraveled. Ethan's girlfriend left. Dad's old allies ghosted him. They downsized to a cramped apartment, Mom working retail to pay rent. She texted, "You've won. Fix this, I didn't reply. One snowy December morning, my parents appeared at my office. Dad, hollow-eyed, muttered, "We need jobs, Layla. Ethan's back home. He's not okay. You're the smart one." I leaned back. "You struck me to shield Ethan. You called me unstable. You stole my future, and now you want to share it?" Mom sobbed. "We raised you." I slid 2 folders across the desk, entry-level job applications. "Apply like everyone else," I said. "I could have ruined you." I didn't. Be grateful. They left, speechless. That night, alone in my penthouse, I watched the city lights. I wasn't just the CSO who survived betrayal. I was the woman who turned scars into strength, building an empire from ashes. They tried to erase me for Ethan's sake, but every office they pass, every job they beg for, screams my name. They gambled against me, and lost it all. Please subscribe to our channel and share in the comments where you're watching from.